Hey, how's it going? That time again. It's time for Kirby. 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 Kirby's the one. That's what the song said, so it must be true. I don't know what the one he is of. What of he is, there's the words. I guess the only one capable of keeping the universe from total annihilation, judging by the eldritch horrors that keep coming after him. Like, at some point, he's just got to feel targeted, right? He can't go a single day without something horrifying trying to choke him out with their blood vessels. Kirby's a weird series. So the first Kirby game, allegedly, is Kirby's Dream Land. See that right here? Well, I'm covering it up. There we go. You can see Kirby's Dream Land right here. Like, that's wild, right? This is just like a super simple little game. It was literally created for basically the same reason as Dark Souls, and I say that unironically. Kirby's Dream Land was created as a game that, with a little persistence and practice, anyone would be able to master. That was the hope behind it. And I think it did that pretty successfully. It's also got a much harder version of the game behind something called Extra Mode. And I spent days learning that inside and out when I was younger. But today we're playing the game where Kirby started to get weird. So I know I've talked about this before, but Kirby has always gone this hard. Kirby has always been bizarre, Kirby's Dream Land 1 notwithstanding. And Kirby's Adventure really started that with the Nightmare. For a quick, if you don't want spoilers for Kirby's Adventure, I guess, cover your ears. But you get to the end of the game, having collected all the pieces of the Star Rod that King DDD has broken and given the pieces to his friends. And you get to the Fountain of Dreams, and you see King DDD just swimming around in it, and Kirby's like, hey, give me your piece of the Star Rod. This needs to be restored to the top of the Fountain of Dreams. And King DDD is like, no. And Kirby is like, give it. And DDD is like, make me. And then they fight. And then Kirby replaces the Star Rod on top of the Fountain of Dreams. And it turns out that if King DDD had just been willing to say something and Kirby had been willing to listen, they wouldn't have released what the Fountain of Dreams was sealing away, which is the nightmare. That was all the darkness in all of Dreamland. And this is the next game. After they seal the nightmare away, let's just say that not everything went back to normal. And that's where we're picking up. Pretty cool, right? Listen to how dark and foreboding that is. I don't think there's a way to turn on... Yeah. That's one of the problems I have with these Nintendo... Oops. Oh yeah, I tried playing this again quite a while back. But I was half asleep. So yeah, that's one thing that I dislike about the Nintendo Switch Online stuff, is that it does not contain the frames for a Super Nintendo game, or Super Game Boy game. Wait, maybe I'm trying to remember if that's the case or if it's just some of them. It doesn't matter. We're playing Kirby's Dream Land 2. So, Kirby hears that something terrible is happening, and I don't remember the actual impetus, but we're looking for the rainbow drops for some reason. And here's where we start, on these islands in the sky. And Kirby meets Rick. Rick the hamster, pretty cool. So the big gimmick of this game is that there are 3 animal buddies, Rick, Kine, and Koo. A hamster, a fish, and an owl, respectively. And any of Kirby's copy abilities, which were introduced in the previous game, that is Kirby's Adventure, the animals have a special version of it. So that's what we're going to deal with now. This is right where Kirby started brain stopping again. Have coffee. I have coffee, it's cooling down slightly. So, as I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying. This is where Kirby really started to get into the stride of things. There's also a really strange thing about this game that I never quite figured out, and I'm sure someone has. I want to break all these. And that sometimes I would end up with, like, after completing the game, I'd wind up with, like, 97 or 98%. And I could never figure out what that last percent was, but I'd go back and play for a while, and it would change to 100%. And there's nothing special for getting 100%, except it says 100% on your file. Just very odd. Yeah, the parasol is kind of the power that was drawn most attention to for this game. And for a while, it was like one of the most recurring powers in the series. I'm honestly surprised it didn't make a comeback in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. As you can see, the levels are very simplistic, at least for this first part. Hey, look at that, first try. I think this is the first level Rick actually appears in. Now we have Flame. Not to be confused with Fire, that's a different power. Waddle Dees looked so much chubbier, I guess, back in this game. And this is Efreet, or Efreetee, one of our... Oh, right. That sucks for fighting the guy whose power it is. What a shock, right? Can do a lot of damage with no powers, though. And here's Rick. That's right, he got stuck in a sack. They also get their own theme songs, which can be kind of annoying because it covers up all the other music. I don't remember how to switch powers while on Rick. I think I have to get hit to lose it, because if I hit select right now, I hop off of Rick. And accidentally leaving your hamster mount, well, that's just a mistake. Another interesting thing is Rick and Kine cannot fly. Whoops. That was way too soon, yeah. Apparently it was only a little too soon. But you know. Alright, on to level 3. Sadly, Broom Hatter does not have a power in this game. In Kirby 3 it does. Cleaning is just such a good superpower. Don't want fire. In some of the old ads, he was actually referred to as Rick the Fire-Breathing Hamster, which I feel is disingenuous. That's like calling Kirby the guy with the razor blade that he throws. Oh, is this the room? I'm not sure. I think it is. No, this isn't it. There's a very infamous room later in the game. Hey, no worries. What problem is Kirby trying to solve? I mean, we don't know yet. We know he needs to get the rainbow drops, and that DDD has something to do with hiding them away. And there's a rainbow drop. We needed umbrella, we needed parasol to get that one. And once we get all of the rainbow drops, that's when we can get to the true ending. Oh wait, there's one right here. They don't all let you do that. Frisbee, hey, baby. Frisbee. Frisbee. Yeah, I know he's yelling. I know. You gotta let it go. Gaston's yelling outside. Bum-ba-dun-dun. I think that's the chime it makes. Yep, I remembered. Hooray. Anyway, I would like to reach the finale without having all 5 rainbow drops. Is it 5? It's 5 or 7 or something. Kind of like it pulls a reverse Sonic. Whoops. Whoops. Gaston, are you being a jerk? Gaston's being a jerk. Also, you can just hold this down forever, which I think is beautiful. I also like that the hitbox is distinct between the middle and the top. Alright, oh yeah, you didn't know about Dr. Wispy, right? Dr. Wispy Woods, very important character. Actually like to do most of the powers here. He's got a scalpel and everything. Hey! Hey! Wispy. You want to make it possible to deal damage against you? Oh! Don't actually have to jump to hit him. But it can help you avoid the scalpel. Man, you're not looking so good with this pallet, Wispy. Oh, fuck. They'll get to the root of your problem. Darn right. And as usual, Wispy wasn't doing anything. Kirby just hates trees. An apple a day. That's probably where they got the idea to make him a fucking doctor. And here's Koo, who helps Kirby get an apple, and then slams him into a wall. It's very rare that you canonically see Kirby get angry. But do not make this fella drop their apples. Oh, right. I actually have to get off of Rick or Koo can't spawn. They fixed that a little bit in Kirby 3, which will be the next game after this one. Whoop, going up here. I believe that this game is actually beatable without any flight. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it is. Oops. Kirby 1 is not. Also, the controls are a little bit slippery, which was a problem with basically all the Kirby games to this point. On, there we go. And there's Koo, whose theme song is fucking awesome. I don't think you can finish the first level. No, you get stopped right away because it's trying to teach you its mechanics. I was saying earlier that unironically, Kirby's Dream Land and Dark Souls were made with the same intention. That is, a game that if someone was determined enough and practiced, they thought that anyone could finish it. And I think that's extremely admirable. Oh, hey, look. Okay, good. You can't actually drop powers without dropping your animal buddy. I think that's extremely admirable. One of those Dark Souls tutorials, exactly. Like, again, unironically. I just realized that I need to... Let's see if I can do this from here. There we go. That can go right about there. I think that looks pretty good. But now it doesn't go underneath other text. Koo's cutter attack is really cool. In general, Koo is rad. Alright, I don't remember what power that is. Not... I think it might be fire? Let's find out. Fire can shoot downwards on Koo, so... No, it's not fire. I bet it's rock. Let someone say one of the games Kirby stops an intergalactic war because it knocked his breakfast off the table. Yep. The thing is, Kirby can't read, but he's gonna do it anyway. I think that block is for rock, which we have not even encountered rock yet. Might be spikes also, but Gordo does not give me a power, even if he looks like he should. I was also saying earlier that I think that Nightmare being released from the Fountain of Dreams might actually be the inciting incident for all this horrible shit happening. Now that's just rude. Come on, man. Alright, here's Spikes. Whose Spikes is cute. It's not the best, but I like it. It just fires straight down. Yeah, I think we have to go back to the start of the level with Spikes and then redo it. So that's kind of rude, because this is the first level in the game that has Spike. Needle, needle. Same shit, different scale. Ugh, Just not getting those one-ups. I got my first one. I was very proud of that, and now it's just not happening. This game's a bit more bite-sized, even compared to Kirby's Adventure. Which I'm realizing now, seeing exactly 3 levels, all relatively short. Da-da-da-da! Now we gotta go through it again, because I don't think it saves it. I guess we can find out. Oh, it does save it if we exit. Excellent. I might toss some Kirby Fighters 2 into the mix here too, just because it's fun. Another interesting thing that, unlike Kirby 3, you don't take damage while you're riding the animal buddies. They have a completely separate health bar. Aha! We made it. Aha! God, it's so much faster to just... Ow. He threw a shoe at me. So much faster to just... throw stuff back at him. Unless I miss, then it's not. This is me being a pro. Oh my god. Alright, come on. There we go. One more. All my years of experience have led to this. Alright, now the bag falls and we find... Hey! Look who it is, it's Gooey! He's just a health pickup here. Parasols are actually Karakasa in this game, yeah. Pretty great, right? Really want me to get needles. But I would prefer not to. But I think that the reason that they decided against necessary flight areas was so that Rick and Kine could theoretically beat any level. Oh god, I'd forgotten this boss existed. It's definitely not Lo 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 and La La La. Definitely not that. Totally different boss enemy. Oh god, I forgot there was a bomb there. We did it. I still miss the triple Kirby dance to this day. If Kirby can't summon tiny versions of himself and shoot them from his foot, what even are we doing? Alright, now he meets Kine at Ripple Field. Oh god! Poor Kirby. Never gets a break. Oh right, I forgot how he struggles to swim when he's got something in his mouth. Very cute. Bomb isn't a power in this one either. Unfortunately. That doesn't mean Kirby won't occasionally eat an exploding coconut. Hey look, it's the rock. Bonk. Kirby even understand that this is work? I don't think so, no. I think to Kirby, life is just life. And I admire that. We don't have diagonal swimming poses in this one. Whoop. Can't get that back, as Kirby can only blow bubbles underwater. And use certain powers. Dang it. That's okay. When he blows bubbles straight ahead, left or right, he just kind of looks angry because of how his eyes are drawn. And there we go. I need to look up what the inciting story is for this one, because I'm realizing I don't remember. I just know we need to find the rainbow drops and also King DDD bad. Oh no! Scarfy, no, please! And then he explodes. Oh, that's Gordo. Do not taunt Gordo. Oh shit. It's a jellyfish. And that's our first time being able to get electric. And then we get to see the best power combination in any Kirby game ever. So yeah, that's seizure warning. When I played this game, it was not on a backlit screen. So that's fun. Anyway, kind can swim against currents. If you hold it long enough in 3, it breaks. I don't think that's the case in this one. a great example of why you should never mix fish and light bulbs. Apparently the inciting incident is that DDD stole the rainbows that connect the rainbow islands. Okay. Excellent, and that's what the drops are for, is to restore those. The actual reason this happened, though, is quite a bit different than what happened in Adventure. Ah, yes. Kind's electric power is literally the only thing that lights up dark rooms in this game. Which then reveals some secret doors in places, as we saw. I've not seen a way to get a rainbow drop yet, though. Almost. Okay. Not even close. Alright, maybe it's in stage 3. As I said, I want to get the normal ending before we go through and get the final ending. Especially since I might get my ass kicked. I remember this being surprisingly difficult when I was younger. Well, then I did eventually master it, so maybe some of that'll kick in. The idea, as Sakurai put it, the dark stuff in Kirby was there for the older sibling. You know, the younger sibling could always, you know, go through the game and see all the cute stuff. And then the terrifying horror would be locked behind a more difficult part of the game. I'm a fish. Why am I jumping over to avoid the water? Oh, you know what? Fine. I'll give up. I will give up the electrics. You'd think that the eels would also give you electrics. This might be the best sprite that has ever been put in a video game. This right here. Thank you, Bad Road. Hooray, look what we found, a single star. 7 is such a strange number. Oh, we do need the electric. Dang it! Well, maybe not. Maybe I can just suss out where the door is. There we go. Okay. I think we need electric to go through here, though. We certainly need something. Having no powers is not going to get us through that. And what kind does with fire? It's disappointing, actually. But I think rock might be what we actually need there, in which case... There we go. Means technically you need, quote-unquote, 2 powers. because you have you may have to use electric to discover this room. There we go. There we go. That's 3 drops down. Oh, fine. You're a fish. You should be able to jump on land. That's just a given. Could have made my own border. I got enough on my plate, though. Oh, come on. Rude. Big stretch. We're winning. If I recall, it's a little faster if you're not Kine here. If you're just regular Stone Kirby. Kine does not appear to like being a rock. I'm noticing that. They did a lot with the screen space they had. I knew they couldn't make it to the same, like, resolution as Kirby's Adventure, but they still managed to fit in a pretty good UI at the bottom. So how was your day? I turned into a rock. We did it. It was a hell of a challenge, but we did it. Oh shit, I remember this. Also, dark matter sea stars, maybe? Possible. Oh, fuck. I accidentally swam down instead of up. There's Squishy. Not to be confused with Gooey, who was a piece of the dark matter. Hey, Beekeeper. Glad to hear it. I didn't remember how short this game is. We're like halfway through it now. On a 100% run. Aww. Sad Kine. Not an eye, that's its mouth. Oh, that's possible. Kirby, you shouldn't be picking favorites. Alright, what's in here? Hey, check it out. It's Rick. Now we hear Rick's song for a while. Oh god. Ow. Rick also does not slip on ice, which is something I'm just now remembering. Rick the fire-breathing hamster, yep. I don't think there's an ice power in this one either. But hey, might as well find out. Oh, no, there is an ice power, never mind. I turned into a little hamster snowman. It's a slightly more effective version of lightning on Rick. But, as mentioned, every power has 4 different versions. Oh shit, it's Blocky. Rocky? One of those. Oh. That's alright. There we go, double... Oh, whoops. That's probably fine. Ah yeah, gives us another one right after. Oh god, I forgot how cool Rick's, rock is. You're not invulnerable during it is the disadvantage, but it's so cool. Because you can just ride on it and go back and forth. Oh god. I lost track of where I was going for a sec. Also, Rick is invulnerable. Have yet to get a perfect shot, but I've gotten 3, I think, close enoughs. Hooray! Oh, fuck. And that's how Rick died. Oh, that's fine. Nope. I do not remember how to get up there. Oh, I probably need Koo, huh? Which means Koo might be through this door. Yep. Sure is getting close. There we go. And back to Ku. Couple stars couldn't hurt. Oh! Dang it, give me that. Alright, we're good. Need fire. Need fire to continue whatsoever, in fact. Just gives us a room full of powers to try out. That's nice of them. Damn, just instant death from that guy. Just to the animal friend. They're totally harmless if you're regular Kirby. But if you have an animal buddy, they fucking hate that. Wonder if there's a canon reason for that. Hey, perfect! Got a perfect, finally. He's the bag. Oh my god. Never even thought of that. I always thought he was like a Hershey's Kiss thing, but that makes so much sense now that you say it. Yeah, I can see that. That's rad as hell. Alright. Give me the rock. Oh god. Rude. Ah! They're everywhere. All that for a single star coin. Fuck, I'm getting hit a lot now. I'm bad at ice physics. Hey, it's Mr. Frosty. Remember this guy? He's a classic. I want to say he first appeared in Kirby's Adventure. So this is his second appearance. Now I'm a fish. I'm a frozen fish. Ah, rude. One of these days I'll remember to look up before I get hit by a spike. Fish can't look up though, Big Al said so. Alright, I forgot. You can't keep it going for too long. This will not be that day. Damn right. Motherfucker. Hate that guy. You can tell I'm spoiled by modern games because I keep trying to use the right stick to look down. Fuck! That's fine. We can come back for the rainbow drop later if we need kind for it. There I tried to mash the jump button to fly. You mentioned Kine, I think of Kine, the Where Katukatu teacher from Toho. I understood maybe 2 of those words. Angry Bag has no beef with me. He just hates the fish. Whoops, that's okay. Ah! Rude. Here's Kine again. Thank you, Beekeeper. Akutaku is an ox-like creature renowned for its wisdom. Kine only turns into one under the full moon. Alright. Fire-breathing fish. See, no one ever says, Kine the fire-breathing fish. Because that would be silly, right? Ah, dang it. Fuck. I think I need to take Kine all the way through this, but I was not prepared. We can come back to it later, though. I make you take some risks to get coins in this game sometimes. Alright. Could have grabbed one of those fire guys, I guess. Whoops. Well, give me Cutter at least. Remembered at the last second that time. And yeah. we need Kine and fire for this. We at least need fire. And I think we need Kine. But this can be the one we leave until after we beat King DDD. Also rude, but we got there. Wrote up stats for the... The Afank is a fire-breathing turtle that also blows scalding steam. Killed the party with one of those in the first D&D game. Wonderful. I wrote up stats for the Afank for 1879, then wrote in a reference to a country veterinarian getting one out of the pond. That's adorable. Alright, so... the one we're missing is in 4-4. Someone remember that. And this is one of the cutest bosses in the series. Ah. And I actually also remember it being one of the hardest. See how that... Whoops. We'll see how that holds up. Dang it. I know what I'm doing wrong here. Its name is Ice Dragon. Whoops. Which again, not... Oh, fuck. Not a terribly creative name, but look at it. Does it need one? Does it need a clever name with how cute it is? Oh god. No spikes? Alright. There's 3 hits. And then I fuck up. Shouldn't have taunted him, I guess. Oh no! I forgot about the pause. Much better. Come on. Ah. Had to jump over the piece of shrapnel there. Oh, I didn't jump good enough. That's alright, we still won the fight. Next thing he knew, he was advising the railroad on how to get rid of griffins. Wrote a couple pieces about a Jewish veterinarian from Hungary who just wanted to specialize in rich women's cats, but had a knowledge of folklore when the mystics started showing up. That's awesome. Alright, stage 5. Here we go. Bonk. They both just look at each other and sigh. Waddle dee, waddle dee. Oh fuck, I was trying to crouch. Oh, dang it. Can't crouch on these bridges that you can drop through. Dang it. Oh, I had to jump to get that one. There we go. This is no problem. Anything? There we go. And we got electric hamster. Which, yeah, that's beam alright. Ah, get out of the way, Gordo. You too, Scarfy. We're trying to restore the rainbow bridges here. Fuck. There we go. Got out of that just fine. This looks like I should be able to drop down. I don't think I can, though. Oh, come on. Thought so. Seriously? I feel like you're cheating. There we go. Another one? Well, now I know the distance, so it's all fine. I'm knowing the distance. She's going for speed. Also, sword isn't a power in this one. I remember that very specifically. That's one of the strangest. That's one of the strangest things. And here's your grunge garage version of All Around the Mulberry Bush. Gotta have some butt rock in there somewhere. Doesn't Rick's cutter turn Kirby into a boomerang? I don't think it does in this one. It does in 3. If I find another Sir Kibble, I will test that out. There's something really interesting that I heard about Air Riders as well that won't make any sense if you don't already know this game inside and out. But if I end up being able to afford or maybe get it as a gift... Alright, is this the cutter boss? I forgot that this is the cutter boss. I think we get Coup here normally. But... no, it is in this one as well. Okay. And so we get Gooey. It's just a lot faster in this one. Oh. Yep. This is why you're supposed to get Coup there. Or Kine. It's one of them. Actually, let's start this one. Oh, I can't. It actually won't let you exit until you've beaten it once. Fortunately, we can fly here. Kirby also does not have his foot sweep in this, nor can he guard. Not taking that risk. Alright, stage 3. So this is a choice between the 3 animal pals, if you couldn't tell. Hey, rude. Oh, right. You always have a weapon. So that might be... that's a room you would have to come into prepared. You'd have to get your animal pal in a different level if you were doing a no-flight run. Fucking... hate that guy. I think that this is the level with the rainbow drop. I figure once we beat King DDD, I can just grab a guide onto where any missing rainbow drops are. Turns out that owls aren't that good at swimming. Oh no! Oh no, I'm actually stuck. Oh, that sucks. I can swim along the bottom here. Okay, there we go. Not stuck, only almost stuck. Yeah, I was supposed to get Kai near. Which is very obvious now that you see what the room is like. Although this is easiest with Ku, so... no, maybe a third of the level for each of them. Motherfucker! Hate that guy. Kirby 3 actually introduced 3 more animal buddies. It's my favorite Kirby game ever, though Forgotten Land is up there with it. Kirby's Dream Land 3, aka the second game in the Dark Matter trilogy and the 4th Kirby game. Actually, it might be the 5th or 6th? Because there's also Kirby Star Stacker and Kirby Pinball Land. Depends on if you want to count those. Either way, it's definitely not the 3rd Kirby game. That is a lot of Bronto Birds. God, I did not even remember the little bad guys. Hey, that's clearly just Gordo, but bigger. He can only be harmed when he doesn't have his spikes. I actually forgot about that. There we go. Bonk. You thought Kine looked miserable with the rock in his mouth? And the light bulb? You may want to look away. Jesus Christ. Oh. I thought I was supposed to break those. Doesn't seem so, though. Hey look, we actually have Kine in a Kine room. Though I will point out that fire is the worst power to have in an underwater area, because even Kind's version is affected. Oh no! I lost it though. Hopefully I didn't need that for anything. Ah, yes. This is truly the perfect game. Ow. Really liked this game as a kid. And going back to it, I can definitely see why. This is the one that I replay less often than some of the others. This and Kirby 64, in fact. The other two Dark Matter games. 3 is definitely the one that's held up the best out of them, but they're all still good. And I'm really happy about that. Just scoot on by. Two 1-ups. 2 ups. Whops. Alright. On to level 5. And it's starting us right out with the horrifying light bulb. Oh. I just had to check if I could take damage on the body. And, yeah, you can. I want to know the era this game's from? It has points down at the lower left there, and they don't do anything. They're not even, like, a way to measure how good you're doing, because nothing in the game depends on those points being there. Left side. Orca! There's Orca there. See? Orca. Can I go in the Orca? I can go in the Orca. Here's some stars. Here's some stars that you get for going inside the Orca. No, 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 no. No, fuck off. No. No. Fuck off. Hate that guy. Oh no. He respawns when you go off his screen. Not fucking cool. I blame Sakurai. Which makes sense, because he is the creative director on this project. And if you're thinking, wow, wouldn't this be easier if you left Kind behind? Yes. Fuck! Ah! That one got me. Oh. You know what? I'll accept that. Out of here, Cappy. So Tiff and Tuff in the cartoon, they're poppies, but everyone else in town is a Cappy. Even Chef Kawasaki seems to be a Cappy. Fuck. I wonder what happened there. Like, where are their parents? Oh, and there's also Fololo and Falala, aka Lololo and Lalala, aka Lolo and Lala. Because no one can decide what their names are. Originally from Eggerland. The Eggerland, aka Adventures of Lolo games are, like, actually really good. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh my god. Okay, how do I get up there? I gotta get the spikes right at the beginning there, and then spike my way up, I think. And yes, I am missing cleaning as a power right now. God, the screen moves so fast here. Oh wait, umbrella, parasol. That makes this much easier. Unfortunately, Parasol is not the power we need. Is spikes? One way to find out. Doesn't seem to be. Huh. I wonder what power that needs. Something I can actually get? Meant to do that. Spike-Kind looks more surprised than sad or inconvenienced. I guess, but he is just having spikes shoved through his entire self. It hurts so much that he cannot even describe. Wait, can we go back from here and try electric? Nah, of course not. As I said, we'll get the rest of the rainbow drops after the first ending. Oh yeah, this is the room that if you zoom out, it's a naked lady. That's a real thing, you can go look that up. Alright, here we are. Oh, is this Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright? Yep. One of my favorite, extremely underutilized Kirby bosses. I think they should have been in more games. Oh, fuck. Also, they're hard as fuck. They have multiple movesets depending on who's where. Well, I beat Mr. Bright. This is Nintendo's original power couple. Oh, good. That's rude. Yeah, I really like this fight. And right now, it is a fight that I'm finding difficult, and that is a relief, honestly. You know, people always think that Kirby's like a super easy series, and they're usually right. But there are challenging parts. Oof. You got me. Ah, fuck. Oh no. Oh, I just tried to eat the sun. It turns out that that's even beyond Kirby's capability. Almost. Boom. Got him. Fucking good boss fight. Maybe one of the first that I'd call near perfect in the early series. I think that might be one of my favorite boss fights in the entire series. It's simplistic compared to modern ones, but it does some really interesting things that really haven't been done since. Now we're at Cloudy Park. This is the second to last world, I think. The last one is Mount DDD, maybe? I don't remember for sure. For a long time, each Kirby game would do something just a little bit new. In fact, I think Kirby 3, despite being my favorite Kirby game, might be the first Kirby game that didn't do something new. It just took what had came before and perfected it. Meant to do that. You have to knock the poppy off of the tomato. Hey, Willow! Good to see ya. We don't even know who Dark Matter is just yet, by the way. This is the kind of shit that gets me excited. Just getting to share this shit with y'all. Is there a secret door here? It kind of looks like there should be, but nah. But the Game Boy was 4-bit. I believe it's running on an 8-bit processor. Not actually sure, though. One of those things that I definitely used to know. Hi, Gaston. Hi, baby. At some point I'll get stuff set up so that I can turn on the camera when you come over so you can say hi. You don't care, but they like seeing you. He loves you. Not as much as me, of course. I love you the mostest, huh? Well, me and Daddy, we love you the mostest. And my sisters. And probably Rizvi. He doesn't know what I'm babbling about, it's fine. Actually, don't know if the Game Boy has a dedicated graphics chip either. I know it has a dedicated sound chip and CPU. I'm actually not sure if it has a dedicated graphics chip. There we go. Now we'll just grab the umbrella while we're here. I don't know as much about these older consoles as I did when I was younger. I don't have as much memory inside of me now. I need a VRAM upgrade. More stars. I do like the fact that it only takes 7 stars to get an extra life in this game. It feels more purposeful than games where you have to get like 100 or whatever. And I kind of like that. It works for this specifically. GBA didn't have a dedicated sound chip, which is why a lot of people say a lot of the games sounded bad. The thing about the Game Boy Advance that's always stood out to me about the sound is that it always sounds scratchy. And I used to think that was the speaker, but even if you're emulating it or wearing headphones, all the sound sounds scratchy. It's very odd. In any case, the Super Nintendo had a dedicated sound chip, but did not come with its own sound font. So, you know, they're allowed to go a little not quite as hard on the sound for the Game Boy Advance, right? And they earned that shit. Struggle, got there. All right, let's go. Whoop. I had forgotten that there was a Gordo mini-boss. Like, that's wild. Okay, those are ice, which means we need to find fire. Is there a fire guy back here? No, there was a lot of Gordos, though. Gordos, ice, and 1 broom hatter. What's Koo's? Oh, okay, those are actually ice blocks, so they're broken by ice. Okay. I remembered that now. But yeah, this one's cute, because you can actually turn and aim it. It's funny that I don't, like, remember a lot of these, but then I see them and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this now. It, like, it's unlocking them from my memory. 2-bit color, 8-bit processor. GBA is sound stole CPU cycles that it could have gone towards business logic or rendering. That makes sense. Nintendo, until recently, has tried to be, you know, cheap. The cheaper option, because they know that a lot of their fans are going to be kids. Oh my god, I have to drop Koo to get through here, because you can only aim to the side. Ah well. Bye-bye, Koo. Sorry, bud. Hey, you want to hear something that's gonna permanently mess up how you hear Nickelback? You ever notice that his Canadian accent is so thick that he was able to rhyme sorry with story. I mean, admittedly, Nickelback is messed up by definition. I don't know. It was described to me as McDonald's music. Basically, just the cheapest comfort music you could get. It's not good, but it's there and you're hungry. Oh yeah, I love the memory unlocking. What's down here? Oh, look, a secret door. I don't like Photograph, but I do like most of their other stuff. Yeah? For Canadian stuff, hang with Great Big Sea, another good choice. I will always have a love for Bare Naked Ladies, as well as the band Bare Naked Ladies. I need Kind to get through there. I think, yeah. Fine will be here with rocks. Oh no! The rock got me. There we go. Rim shot, yeah. One of my favorite songs of all time is Tonight is the Night I Fell Asleep at the Wheel. That's not Kind though, you notice that? This is Rick. Ah, fuck. Can we roll left? Rick is the hamster. Pine is the fish, and Koo is the owl. And then we meet more friends in the second game. Can I push against the current here? No. Dang it. I'm Rickroll. Oh no! This is from so long before that meme. But I'm so glad you said it. I didn't even think of that. Well, I guess technically we do know Gooey and Choo Choo already. Kirby characters have the best names because they all sound like they were named by a 4-year-old child. Okay, there's Gooey. Choo Choo can also come out of the bags, if I recall. So, in that case, that means Nago and Pitch are the only new friends that we make in... Who's gonna come out of this bag? Oh. Oh, fuck. I need a power to get rid of those blocks, and we never figured out what power that was. Oh. Yeah, I love that the enemies are all named, not just the enemies, but, like, a lot of the characters are just named as though they were named by a 4-year-old child. It's so good. I think that might be Cutter? Doesn't matter. We're coming back for the rainbow drops after we finish the game for the first time. The only Bare Naked Ladies song that came out to huge popularity in the States is, of course, 1 Week, which then became a meme decades later. And it's not the worst song in the world. Why would you put 1 star there? That's a thing this game likes to do a lot. And it makes sense when you realize it only takes 7 of them to get an extra life. Man from Mars. Is that a song that's not coming to me? What fuck? Well, there goes my electrics. I do love these tiny frogs. They're very cool. We also got If I Had $1 Million too. Fair enough. The only one I remember people ever, like, singing along to was 1 Week. Which wasn't that popular in Canada, so it was kind of a weird shock that it had just shot up the charts. It's weird what Canadian stuff makes it across the border. Hey, there's my electrics again. The Kraft Dinner line from that song became a meme and it's still in my household. Hell yes. Oh, that's awesome. It's been... This is one that we need coup for. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, we can actually just push through using the correct power. Yes, this bullshit was in early Kirby games too. You may remember it from Kirby's Return to Dreamland. It's weird that... No, I'm not gonna go into the weird numbering again. I already said enough about... Oh, okay, apparently that does not... last indefinitely. Bloody hell. Alright, now we should be able to get back in there. Ah! That's alright. There we go. Yep, we're good. Give me the fire. Not to be confused with Gimme to Alien, the cheat code from Vigilante 8 for the PlayStation that unlocked the Alien. You know what I kind of admire? The type of game decision I kind of admire? Been thinking about it. Super Mario Sports Mix on the Wii is a Final Fantasy and Super Mario crossover, first of all. And the thing I admire about it is that they just put a fucking cheat code in it to unlock everything in case you just wanted to play with your friends and didn't care about the single player part. That is honestly kind of ballsy. Yeah, I should have taken the rock, apparently. I can't even break that. Oh! And then I tapped to the wrong side. Made a hobby of watching what stuff gets latched onto by other cultures and how they interpret it. The Thai population immigrating to Chicago discovered space tape and used it to wrap pictures frames for the royal family's portrait. That's wild. Chicago is where we learned that the more strings of Christmas lights a Mexican restaurant has, the better the food. That is a nice feature. Going to win a lot of friends. Well worth the risk. Yeah. Whoops. Alright, let's actually grab the rock now. God damn it. Fortunately, Needle is also going to serve the same purpose here. Just a little riskier. Oh no, I broke it. Not Mumbies. Get out of here, Mumbies. We talked about this. So technically, I guess that was in the future. Oh god. Yeah, we have a really nice food truck across the way. That's there most days, that has some really excellent street food. We will have talked about this later on. I complained about Mumbies a lot while playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And those happen in the future from this game. You can't just hide in a block. You're supposed to come out of a pipe. Huh. That sure looks like it should be a secret door. I also complain about Scarfy. Not to be confused with the legendary Starfy. Love a good food truck. The ones in NYC where you went for cheap food. Those and the halal carts and the burrito wagons. Oh yeah. I'm glad we still see food trucks around here. I'm surprised they haven't tried to make them illegal. Oh, adapting the tense of the phrase. Yes. I gotcha. Street food took a bit of skill, but you could eat really well and really cheap if you know what you're doing, yeah? Hey, there's that fucking guy again. What's in here? Well, who's in here, I guess? Oh god. I messed that up immediately. Ah. Worth it. And it's Rick. Rick has one of the worst spikes. It's the same as Kirby's, but it's only in one direction. Not the band. Singapore made the carts illegal, but charged the same for a space in a hawker center as they had for a street license, and got all the street food vendors into buildings with seating and health inspectors. Oh, that's actually admirable. Whoops. No, 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 no. Run, Rick, run. Oh god. Now that's just mean. That's a dirty trick. I like that Rick can kind of swim and he does it entirely with his feet. Oh right, I actually can't swallow right now. Oh no! It's always Gordo. We try to make sure that it's not Gordo. We regret to inform you that it is Gordo. We understand that this is not ideal. Damn. Well, at least I dodged Gordo. In the end, isn't that all that matters? These, I think you actually need either stone or coup to get. Aha, I knew there'd be something over here. I have a lot of photos and stories about the hawker centers. They were amazing, and again, where the cheap good eats were. That's awesome. Oh god. I only kind of remember this level. Well. Bye, Rick. Fuck. This shit's getting kind of hardcore. By which I mean slightly more difficult. You should write a blog about it. Right. Dang it. What's down here? It's got its own personal space here. Just empty. Rude. Well, not what I meant to do. Here we go. Pray for enemies that always respawn. That's not something every Kirby game has. There we go. Meant to do that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We got there. Don't fall, Kirby. Man, I'm just bumping into everything today. Five? And I still managed to get hit. Hey, look at that. And that leads out. I think it's actually been over 20 years since the last time I played through this game. That's kind of wild. Uh-oh. Ah, fuck. There, now we have electrics back. Alright, so now we know that that's shock. Video games. Okay, it's this middle one we actually gotta get into. The beam is so short. What's up here? And why is there a wet hamster? Fuck. Well, there goes my electric hamster dryer. Aw. Almost slipped under. Oh no! There we go. Not quite to the top, but that's okay. It's Kracko! I love the unique direction they took Kracko in here. Ah! You know what? Fuck it. Yes, I can just eat all of Kracko. Whoop. Two-phase boss. Shit. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Was not supposed to jump for that one. Oof. That's okay. Kirby has his own health bar separate from the animal pal. You're not gonna get me this time. I was ready for it. Fuck. It's very easy to accidentally tap up on the switches, not even the switches, but on this controller's joypad. D-pad, there we go. Almost got him. Kracko is one of the original bosses of the series. He is in Kirby's Dream Land 1, Kirby's Adventure, and Kirby's Dream Land 2. Ow. There we go. And Kirby's Pinball Land. I think he's also in Kirby's Avalanche, which is actually a Puyo Puyo game. Level 7, the Dark Castle. Did they ever bring Kaboomba back? Which one is Kaboomba? The name is only slightly sticking in my head. So what I like about this one is these aren't just random levels. Each one is another step in the journey from the edge of the island to the castle. Kabula. Okay, which one's Kabula? The Zeppelin with the cannon. No, I don't think so. That one didn't even appear in the shortened Spring Breeze level in Superstar. Which feels really strange, as it's just missing an entire level and boss. Which is important for nerds like me. Maybe it's in Air Riders. Hooray! Air Raider's one that I'd like to stream, but again, video games are expensive. Oh, I actually didn't remember that working underwater. I guess in this one a lot of powers work underwater, though. Whoop. Can't get him back if you drop him, though. I didn't think that'd get me anything, but I figured I should try. I remember I think this is the area where one of the rainbow drops is. And you need to take the correct power through the level, because it doesn't appear again. Come on. There we go. Now we've got Rick. Well, sorry, Rick. Started taking notes for a street food blog, and I'm realizing just how much material I actually have. That's awesome. I was wrong about how that space worked. Or I completely missed the way I was supposed to go. A lot of these older ones don't have as many powers either, and that's very understandable when each one has 3 forms like in this. So I think Kirby Superstar may have had the most powers out of any Kirby game. Or Superstar Ultra now would have, because I know it has a couple extras. Come on. Oh, well. Alright, multiple pathways through. Not quite a Super Mario Bros. Maze. Thank God. I really do not like those levels in the early Mario games. I think there's one in Mario 1 and Mario 3, and also Mario 2J. Might not be one in 3. Oh, fuck. Mr. Frosty, that was rude. Is this really only the second time we've run into Mr. Frosty in this game? It is a very short... Dang it. It is a very short game compared to some of the later ones that you've seen me play. Bonk. As is evidenced by the fact that we're on the final world. I swear I'm good at this. Kirby feels very the same in a lot of the modern Kirby games. And the same can be said for a lot of the older ones. Unfortunately, the older ones feel quite a bit different than the newer ones. I remember Kirby 3 actually gave me some trouble the last time I streamed it. I'll note that we're in a very similar space to what we had on the other side of the castle, and I think that's cute. Oh no, we're gonna die. Oh, well. Oh no! See, if this guy was in, whoop. Kirby Superstar, he'd have the ninja power instead of Cutter. Oh, dang. Oh. Well, that's rude. There we go. Just talking about mango aunties could be an entire article. I don't know what that is. Oh. Mango aunties are the Latinas who set up card tables and sell baggies of pre-sliced mango that is fruit flavored crack. Gotcha. I mean, it sounds tasty. Oh, I see. The Gordo is probably a clue. Or it's nothing. That's also a possibility. Okay. This side, then. And there's Rick again. Oh, Rick, always showing up. Oh, right. I forgot about this. It's so fucking mean. I do not remember what to do about it, though. We can get infinite gooey, though, so that's fun. Ah, damn it. Haven't seen Choo Choo at all. I'm pretty sure Choo Choo can show up from these bags. Odd. Yeah, you do too little damage with the power attacks. Much easier without a power. You know it's summer when the mango aunties start setting up. They're up before dawn buying mangoes at the wholesale and sit there on a folding stool, peeling, slicing, and bagging. It was $3 when I was there, and you pick your own baggie. That's awesome. That sounds just delicious and wonderful and heartwarming. Fuck. Alright, Rick died. Fuck. Fine. It's alright, it's all good. Oh god. Gordo. Again. Get out of here. Thank you. I appreciate your leaving, Gordo. There goes Charlie Gordo. How I hate him. Oh no! Ow. Okay, wait. Is Morningstar Night the warning? Now these knights aren't the same type of creatures. Okay, no, Sword Knight got me killed there. So I guess it's just... Oh, wait! I just realized what it is. The one standing over the pit tells you which one to go towards. Over here, we see Morningstar Knight. Now, they are not the same type of creatures as Kirby and Meta Knight, as far as I know. In fact, I think they're Waddle Dees. But Meta Knight trained them himself to fight for justice and, you know, stuff. Axe Knight, top. Sword Knight would have also worked. Sword Knight. Middle. No, that's not it either. How am I supposed to figure this out on my own? I feel like there should be a clue here, and maybe there is, but I'm just not getting it. Top, bottom. Middle? And I think top? No. Top, bottom, middle. Top, bottom, middle, bottom, I guess. It feels like there should be a clue here, though. Top. Bottom. Middle. And bottom. That gets us to the end of the room, finally. Does that mean Bandana D is basically a Spear Knight? I think so, yeah. I think that tracks. Oh god. Uh-oh. Booyah. Kirby used struggle. It's not very effective. Alright, now we're on our way up to King DDD's throne. Or whatever sort of sitting implement he's got up here. There we go. Ooh, that was close. No powers. Parasol and fire. No powers. Well, grab fire then. Just kind of guessing at it. Alright. That allows us to break through the ice blocks, which can apparently be broken. Oh, it's a different type of ice block, I see. Remember, this one took quite a while to figure out the puzzle for the rainbow drop, if this is what I'm thinking of. Oh. Well, electric was wrong. I always like to call it electric, not spark. Don't know why. Maybe because it had plasma folded into it later. Aw, man, that was a pretty tough room. Now that's rude. That's not how Miyamoto would have designed it. Oh no, I missed. So Super Mario Bros. 3 had a couple door and pipe mazes, but I don't think it had anywhere you had to guess the correct path through a hallway. Okay. That's good, because fuck that shit. Alright. Well, we're into the final stretch now. Wait, this game doesn't pause on the overworld? That's kind of wild. I want y'all to remember that there is still a civil rights movement happening around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, are fighting for things that should never have to be fought for, like equal rights, equal treatment under the law, and to not be attacked, terrorized, and even murdered by the police. We have listed here some ways that you can help. They include the Bail Fund Network to help keep protesters out of jail, the Okra Project, and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help black, trans, and non-binary people with food supplies and travel out of dangerous situations, and the Black Hills Legal Fund, the Lakota People's Fund, to take back their land, the Six Grandfathers, which was stolen by white people, arbitrarily renamed Mount Rushmore, and then had some white slave owners' faces carved into the side of it. Black lives matter. The lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. These are things we gotta keep saying and pushing and fighting for till the people all the way to the top not only understand and acknowledge them, but work to make them real protected truths. Alright, let's get back to the game. It's DDD time. He's very sleepy. He keeps falling asleep. There seems to be something wrong here. That's all I'm saying. Fuck. So easy to accidentally suck in air. When you don't mean to. God, I didn't even remember this part. Whoa, fuck. He gets mad. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Ooh. Ooh. Got me good. Ow. That got me. Oh no. Oh, that's rude. That's okay, we get to try again. I may have thought there's no reason to pause on the overworld because there's no danger and it's small enough that walking to the exit isn't inconvenient. Yeah, I guess. Still feels weird. Oh god. Trying to remember what all I can grab and what I can't. Oh, that was close. Honestly, the fact that he keeps falling asleep really should have told Kirby there's something wrong here. I did that again. Oh no. There we go. Over here now. I don't think that his hammer can hit you if you're in the upper corner. I'm like 60% sure. Oh god, oh god. I made a mistake. It's okay, we're fine now. Almost there. Oh no. There we go. Got him. That's tougher than I remember. And here's ending one. We'll just let that play for a bit. Blipper. Good old Blipper. And yeah, this is what the younger sibling might see as the end of the game. Like, holy crap, I finally beat the scary penguin man. Bouncy tie. See, apparently it's a propeller bomb. I don't know. Sir Slippy, lesser known cousin of Sir Kibble. Blade Knight. Butch. Masher. Yeah, that's not the names they went with later. Afridi. Jumper Shoot. Master Green. Mr. Frosty. Blocky. Wyo. Captain Stitch. Wispy Woods. Nelly and Ruff. Sweet Stuff. Ice Dragon. Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. Kracko and Co-Kracko. King DDD. And the end. Mine is tired. Alright, so now is when we're gonna just look up where the rest of the rainbow drops are. We need rainbow drops. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's go grab those. Pull up a browser page real quick. Alright. Kirby's Dream Land 2 Rainbow Drops. Don't want a video, just give me a text guide or a picture. Wow, there's an Angel Fire page. That is very tiny text. Fast and chill, baby. They've both been a little off all day. I solved this on my own once. I'm just using a fucking guide this time. Because these are actually some of the harder secrets to find in a Kirby game. Rainbow drops back. Oh, thank you very much, Bad Road. Oh, that actually... I actually need to use not that. Because that doesn't tell me which level on the other end. I need to know which level the drops are in. Okay, here we go. Kirby's Dream Land 2 on Strategy Wiki. Okay, Iceberg. Stage 4. Kine is required, but you'll also need Burning. Alright, Kine and Burning. Beat Afridi at the start. Have to keep both kind and burning all the way to the third screen where there are numerous spikes and temporary blocks. Go down in the middle of the section and fall down either side of the two platforms. Take care to not melt away the ice blocks, sealing off the visible 1-up or Maxim Tomato, and blow fires down the small space to melt away the 3 ice blocks. Alright. Iceberg Stage 4. The stage with a room that looks like a person. Good shit, right? Alright. 4-4. I actually give you exactly what you need right here. Mine's in the bag, and Afridi's right in front of me. There we go. Now we have... No, that's Koo. That's not kind. Now that's just rude. Ugh, fuck. Back. Stage 2 of Ripplefield, I know we can get him. I think it's stage 2. Yeah, because it's through here. I can grab fire from Afridi at the start. Alright, grab Kine. Alright, 4-4, here we go. Oh. There we go. That's Koo again. While I have... Wait, I thought it was never... Huh, guess I was wrong. And now we continue along as a fire-breathing fish. Now let's see what this says. Okay. Go down into the middle of the section and fall down either side of the two platforms. Take care not to melt away the ice block sealing off the 1-up or Maxim Tomato. Fuck. Just being careful. Ah, see, if I blew those out, then I wouldn't be able to hop back up. It's all about temptation. Alright, now Jump back up, fall straight down the middle, swim to the bottom, find a door. Huh, okay. So I have to drop it, grab a block. No! Oh, god dang it. Oh, that's so mean. You know what? I'm actually gonna use the Switch's inbuilt rewind real quick. Alright, right there. See? See? It never happened. Kirby even looks angry about it, right? And there we go. And unlike in most Kirby games, I can just walk out. Hit the bricks. After getting that one up, of course. Alright. Red Canyon Rainbow Drop. Partner up with Rick and inhale any of the Sparkies. Go back to their original level 2. First place you can find them. I'm sure at one point I knew exactly where the quickest of each one was. And here's a Freedy again. Here, I'll just drop kind just in case. Interesting thing is, Rick doesn't inhale in Kirby 3. You have to actually walk right up to something for him to stuff it in his mouth. This game, though, he can inhale just fine. Alright, so we're going to 5-5. Basically, grab a Sparky and then keep it till you reach the Rainbow Drop room. Not go through the first door in the auto-scroller, wait for the screen to scroll a bit more. Okay. Ah, right. This shit. There. Having a very hard time. Okay, once you start, inhale any of them. Okay, doesn't matter which door I go through, looks like. Do we ever see Koo's Spark? I don't think I got Koo's Spark, no. It's a big ass lightning bolt. Straight down. Wait, what's through the other door then? Ah, right, okay, I remember this. And that's the orca. Grab some stars real quick, you know. Not gonna fuck with propeller bomb. Rock is kind of the same for everyone except Rick. The only difference with Ooze is that he can't roll. Actually, does he slide? I actually don't remember. Alright, so... Okay, right, we needed to get Rick and have Spark once we reach the end of this. Now I remember. There we go. No way to get across that with Rick, huh? I'm gonna try it, though. Holy crap, I did it. I really thought I was gonna go thunk into the hole. Alright. Cloudy Park is on stage 2. Pine. No matter which ability you have, you will be forced to shed it for the ice ability at the start to progress further into the stage. But we'll need Spark eventually anyway. I don't know if I get Kine in this level. We should probably... actually think we get Ku in this level. I can get this one up before we go, though. I don't recall seeing Kine's umbrella either. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple we haven't seen yet. Alright, let's go grab Kine. Kine's umbrella, he sticks it out of his mouth, and then I don't remember if he turns it upwards in this one or if that's Kirby 3 specifically. Oh no, Gordo. Fight me. Not like that. And now we can bounce back up to Cloudy Park. Wanted to say Bubbly Clouds, but that's Kirby 1. Oh, right. Okay, I remember this one being weirdly complicated to get in the end. It took multiple trips. Dang it. To figure out what I needed for each step. Second section, jump to the highest platform, then fall straight down. Oh, right. I remember that. I even commented on it. Then we drop down here. Go through it and swim to the left, then defeat Master Green and take Spark. Uh-oh. Jesus, dude. Do something I can counter, please. You know, if every boss just didn't do anything that I could counter, you know, they might win. Wonder why they didn't think of that. Alright, so now we grab Spark. You'll end up back in section 2, so use the same method to return to the underwater section. Once you're back in that section with the strong water currents, go with the current to a door at the right. Then we fight Blocky. But we don't take Blocky's ability. I could have swore Choo Choo showed up in those bags, but it has not happened yet. Drop back down. And there we go. See? Totally fine. Now we have to fight Blocky. And then we ditch Kyan to get Rick. Oh, fuck. All right. Now we go back to section 2, go right and enter the following section, then use Rick's Spark ability to destroy the star blocks beneath the Shotzos. This is so many steps. So now I have to grab Ku. So now you get to see this one. It's pretty cool. Alright, so now that we got this, destroy the star blocks. After the cannons fall in the pits, the sack at the center of the room will open up. Ku inside, ditch Rick, go for Ku, continue forward, Fly right in the following section against the wind to reach a door. The boss battle Wayu. Defeat it, take Cutter, and then let yourself get blown back to the left. This is so many steps. I mean, what's he gonna do, really? He's a ninja. It's not like he could just jump or anything. There we go. Now we have Who with Cutter. Okay, now we go left and enter the door there to reach the rainbow drop room. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh god. No, we're fine. Totally fine. Now here's the rainbow drop room, finally. Good lord. Now we go to Dark Castle and grab the last one. After the passage with the glunks, you'll arrive in a room with multiple enemies that grant copy abilities. The order of the abilities you need to take. Oh good, they actually have it listed out. That's another one that took me multiple tries to get. Hey, here's the glunks. See, in the American version, they had to change the name to Stop the Glunks. You know, because they thought kids wouldn't understand the idea of a protagonist not being a good person. Burning Stone Needle Ice Cutter. Burning. Stone. Oh yeah, and there's Ku's rock. It's not very interesting. Needle. Ow, rude. It even keeps track of how many you've gotten right by showing you more and more stars. Ice? Dang it. And Cutter. And there we are. That's all the rainbow drops. And a 1-up. Pretty cool. Just going for the end gate so that I can get some of this health back. Ah! So mad. Like, there's not a good reason to have an animal friend, I don't think, during the DDD fight. Or maybe there is. Certainly not during the fight after. Alright, let's see if we can, let's see if we can do it. Extra health bar, yeah, pretty much. It won't carry over to your next life, though. Ugh. You have so little time to prepare for that. I do really like how DDD and Kirby have similar movesets. Not something you might always think about, but it's there. Fuck. Oh, now he's not Angie anymore. EP, EP. EPDDD. Oh, dang it. I meant to jump, but I wound up not doing that. Oh, those disappear way too fast. Yeah, I was expecting that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, rude. Oh my god. This is me fucking it all the way up. Dang it. Okay, let's try again. King ZZZ, I like that. And Cutter would be pretty mobile in long range. That's true. I used to do this entirely without flight because flying is inherently riskier. Whoa, shit. Dang it. Double hit. None of that. I need a monster to clobber that there DDD. Due to the lower resolution, these fights always feel more tense because you have so much less space to navigate. Ouch. Ugh. Just getting my butt kicked right at the last now. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Big sword. Okay, that does go in the direction you're facing. There we go. Uh-oh. Ah, rude. Flying. Oh shit, 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 shit. Almost got me. Didn't want to get too close in case he took the other route. Good lord. Uh-oh. I took damage because I decided to not do that. I decided to throw caution to the wind. Twice. Round 1. Oh, fuck. Yep, that was the hard part. Oof. Didn't the original Kirby's Dream Land have a 2-screen wide arena for the DDD fight? No, it's only 1. I think you're thinking of Spring Breeze, actually. But you know, remake of the original. Easy to get mixed up. Bring it on. Oh god. Ah! Couldn't get out in time. Don't want to be sitting in the same place he's going. As you can imagine. I find it interesting that this is the only place with the sword power in the game. Despite Blade Knight being present. Almost. Alright, here goes. Dang it. There we go. No, no. What? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh no! Oh, that's rude. Alright. Alright, now this is just mean. This is mean-spirited. Oh, I don't remember how to fucking dodge those. That's alright. We've got the first round down pretty well. Ah, come on. Don't think I can knock those back at him. Nope. Yeah, those are unaffected by my sword. I'm no Jedi. I'm a little pink dude. Oh, that was close. Oh, no, he got me. In any case, you can't take any of the animal buddies into this fight. So you can't even get that. If a little green dude can be a Jedi, so can a little pink dude. Fair enough. I need to stop doing that. Alright, so for the spin, I need to be directly across from him, and I think for the lasers, I need to be directly behind him? Or as close to it as I can. Ah, dang it. Can't dodge the tackles that way. Once he gets ready to tackle, you gotta move just as though he's switching sides. Almost. Fuck. Well, oh god. How the fuck did that happen? That was panic. Alright, let's try this again. Be a bit more careful than that. Oh god. That'll be slightly above or below him. There we go. Oh no. Oh my god. You know what? Oops. Let's just start over at the beginning of this phase. I don't want to be here all night. I think that's fair. I just remembered that trick. All right. Oh no, I have to be way more directly above him than I was. Oh my god, he goes in for 6 times. That's pretty rough. Alright, let's try this once more with feeling. So weird how it does that. Oof. Oh. Now just getting my ass kicked. Alright, let's pop back to there and go again. Fuck. Jesus. Aston, really? I swear you come up here just because you see I'm in a tense the game. Alright. Again. Ugh. Gotta get out of there a little quicker. Give up a couple hits to stay a little safer. Now the lasers. It looks like he never does send them off screen, but that's actually really helpful. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Not fucking with that one. Oh, what? I thought I had 2 life left. I love how it scrolls down as we fall towards Popstar. Like, that's just really cool. It gives you a real sense of scale of what's happening. Oh, got me. Bloody hell. There we go. And the explosion kills Kirby, and that's the end of the series. I do believe that the fight does end if you take too long, yeah. I've definitely got this image in my head. Look at that. There he is! And, well, the nightmare is gone, the dark matter is destroyed, or at least scattered. What could possibly go wrong? So that's the shortest of the 3 games. Obviously, we beat it in one sitting. The end. Gonna put those bridges back? Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. See, the rainbow drops formed into the rainbow sword, which can make rainbow bridges if it's held by a little guy. Alright, thank you all so much for coming. Very glad to have you here tonight. Going into one of my favorite trilogies and one of my favorite series ever. It's a hell of a thing. You want to support us? Go ahead over to patreon.com/ifwhen and get access to art, music, and a shout out at the end of the streams. So thank you so much to Andymonium, Green, Sky, Nahum Wengrov, Kai, and Mellybasket. You're wonderful. I'm so glad you're here with us. Here's our schedule over at truckcommunity.neocities.org. Tomorrow morning, over on the channel Wandering Beekeeper will be playing some Minecraft. I pressed the wrong button. Well, I pressed the same button again. And over there on YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/@ifwhenvod and see all the streams we've done on this channel. And that's, yeah, that's it. I think. Yeah, good enough. All right. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Good night.